Hi everyone, and welcome to this week's video. I thought I'd share where I am with the boat situation. Everything's curling up and falling off the wall here. I'm going to take it down, collate it. I'm going to keep it all together in a folder for now, and it will be something that I know that I want to come back to. There's a spot in my mind where I know there are some amazing little fishing boats not far away, and when I get the opportunity, I think I'll take myself down there in Rye and attempt some plein air with boats, with the fishing boats that are down there, working fishing boats. So this is where I am at the moment. There's still a little bit of wet paint up there, and they've made that one seem very tame somehow. It's so interesting how you keep changing your mind when you're working on a series on what you think works and what doesn't work. I've been working away this morning. Marc Chagall, the trip to Nice and the Marc Chagall stunning museum. I've come up with that little one. I don't know if it's finished, but it's just the best fun. So I might do some more little angel stroke. I don't know, it puts me in mind of Shakespeare, Midsummer Night's Dream, something there. I challenged myself to work with them right up there. They're up quite high, and these two obviously just jump together, and then those two guys want to be a pair as well. So I brought this big guy up from the house while the magenta painting, while she's hanging there, and because I had a bit of white left over, there's an area that bothers me. I've never felt that this painting is finished, so I might keep lots of the elements here, and I might not. I think what I want to do, work on something big while working on the small. I've just seen this stacked on the floor. Ooh, taking a risk. I am taking a risk. I love that blue. That's a brilliant blue mixed with a white. I really like those Amsterdam paints, and those shapes just came. So in for a penny. We will see. We will see. I mixed up rather a lot of this blue, and obviously I'm asking myself, well, okay, but what now? What next? And I don't want to waste this. I won't waste this. I'll mix it. And I think what I'll do is I'll see what I get if I put a little bit of green in there. I've gone in, I put some yellowish green into that blue, this has made a really lovely colour. So in adding to the base colour, you are creating harmony. So I'll add something else now to this. I like it. The eager-eyed among you will spot that over there I took what was on my palette and pushed it in. I really, really like it. This painting has been it's been a niggle. It sits there and I see it in my periphery wherever I am, and I know that I'm not quite there. That just adds a little, I don't know, a little something that I love, and I'm looking at that and I'm looking at that. It's just, and I'm looking at those and that. And I'm going to tell myself to take that painting. I've already put the bulk of this. I've already put the bulk of the paint over there. So let's just see what we can get. if there's anything left on there. Yes, there is. If I don't like it, I can take my wet cloth and I might remove, is that wet? There's a little bit of paint on there. I need to get a clean wet cloth and remove areas. I don't want to be scared of seeing what might happen. I'm going to leave it there, let it dry, come in and have a look tomorrow. Well, I finished up on the boats and I'm really pleased. I'm really pleased with myself this morning. I have to tell myself all the time, it's layer upon layer upon layer. It won't come quickly. I've got in front of me on this wall, that one, there's something I love and something unfinished. So I might mask out and I might take that down to the house now. That might be a nice little evening project. It does make me feel better when I see things moving on, when I feel like I'm, they're moving on. What are they doing? They're developing. They've overwintered. I feel like they've overwintered. The first day of spring today, and it's amazing. I have got washing on the line. I washed the washing line, I washed the pegs, and it's glorious. I think the washing's even dry. It's good. It's a good feeling. It's like a new chapter. I feel like I want to get forward into the new phase, this new spring energy. Reading in the Shelley Rhodes sketchbook Explorations last night, she says, working in mixed media, my approach to working in sketchbooks is to mix the media, building up layers of colour, marks and texture. There may be up to 10 layers on the page. That sat in my mind, I think, and this morning I've taken one of the images that I had in my sketchbook in the lovely octopus. I took one of my collage sheets from the artist's handbook and found that the sheets that I've taken out are the exact size of this little canvas. So I thought, okay, that's a big challenge, isn't it? 10 layers. I've already got maybe 2 or 3 coats of paint down. And then I thought, I'll go in and put that in. My instinct is that, oh gosh, no, it's too much of a thing. But then remembering, obviously, I can block out quite a bit. I am encouraged to keep layering up. I had this morning, I'll put her to dry, my free motion embroidery quilting foot arrived. Great excitement. I'm yet to go to the machine to work out how that fixes on, but I'm sure I'll persevere with it. So that's exciting stuff for the sewing machine. I'm willing that to dry up so that I can get on with another layer, wondering what next. What next? While waiting for paint to dry, I've just been messing around with a little painting, a little sketchbook that I cut out, just seeing what it looks like against some text. I've got 4 chairs and I need a 5th one for a set of chair cards. So this might be the one. This might be the finish. Yeah. I might thread up a needle and go through this canvas and do a bit of hand stitching. I've put black thread This is interesting. I got a bit knotted up in the back and turned it over and then made the decision that actually for a bit of an unexpected reveal, I'll work on the back without looking at what's happening on the front. A bit like blind contour. I want to have a tidy back. I'm just pulling these threads in, so I don't really know what's going on the front. But again, it doesn't matter because the paint will cover always the element of something a little bit unexpected. How do you get that? How can you get that? You can't get unexpected if you keep complete control. I want to know what happens if you paint over those stitches. And then I obviously want to the free motion embroidery foot is on, and I took a piece of canvas that we wrap around the stretcher, and oh, it's so much fun. It's really good. Nothing in my mind, just thought I'd have a play. It will be interesting to see what happens when this gets stretched and I gesso over. Obviously, it's just going to give me a nice texture. I know it's under there. So it had to be done. I had to have a go on the canvas. Another thing that dawned on me this morning while I've got the sewing machine out, I've been going through my t-shirts because it's spring, and there are several that I've shrunk, and it's a shame when you've got a motif on a shirt and it's shrunk or it's wrecked in some way. So this morning I've been cutting. I thought, okay, the rest of the cotton t-shirt can be brilliant for rags and things, but if I cut out the motif, I can stitch it on to another t-shirt that's wearable. So I'm going to use that embroidery foot to have a play around the edge of the motif. This is something I did. This was probably one of the very early t-shirts that I made. I hope Kate's not watching, but Kate kindly sent me the Just Keep Going t-shirt, which I also ruined. So I've cut off the Just Keep Going, and I really think that's going to look fantastic because it's big across the top. I'm really excited to have a go at that, and I'll show you when I'm done. That's what I'll do now. It looks like a bit of biro scribble, so I'm very happy with that. What next? I gave it a quick press. While in France, I couldn't resist. I just bought 3 Sennelier artist oil pastels. I've never used oil pastel really. Well, I've never really experimented, and I've just put down the first coat on this canvas. It was semi-dry, and then I went in with the pastels and just smudged. And I'm going to leave that to dry. I don't know what the reaction will be of the oil on top of the acrylic. I keep reading that these oil pastels never dry. I've been trying to find information, and then I just, as with everything, you just have to have a little go yourself. I've got another crazy fairy going on here. And I need to come out of the enchanted wood, I think. So these are the canvases stretched, stapled securely. That's had a couple of coats of gesso. I normally always go in with an undercoat of white paint. So I might do another, I've got another ready. Oh, I like those. This did move. The oil pastel did move. Even when the acrylic was dry, I was still able to cut in, rub back. It shifted. Just where the oil pastel went down, I put a little bit of gloss medium over, and it's held firm. So nothing is coming off. That seems to have really done the trick. So that's exciting. I've got some fluorescent pink, some lemon yellow, white, and I'm looking at that faux flower. Oh gosh, oh that's quite unusual. Not what I was aiming at, but this is the stitching underneath the gesso. Oh crumbs, well it's fair to say I've been all around the houses. The rose inspiration was not what wanted to come out, my word. I've put so much paint on, taken it all back on this one. I've got that. Don't ask me where or how or why. And that. No rose. Happy there. Happy with that one. I've been hijacked by the smalls. Oh, wow. I came into the cabin and before my eyes, the big painting, I've forgotten all about it because I haven't been able to get in for a couple of days. Craig's just handed me pineapple. I don't know if you can see him now. They're all strung up, ready to go. I will try and get this on the website. I'm still not quite there with the next series of cards, but they're coming. So anyway, very, very pleased now with pineapple. I've also bought up, let me just grab them. I unearthed these from the rug press. And I've forgotten, you put things away and you just forget. And when I got them out, I thought, oh, I really like those. So I'm going to work a tiny bit more. There's a bit more to go. And then these will be put on board. I feel a bit scrambled. I've got bits going on everywhere, but that is good. That is normal for me. And maybe it's the weather. The weather can't decide. It's spring, it's not spring, it's cold. So I'm just doing what I can, where I can. And as this morning proved, I genuinely thought I was going to do some little rose thing. And no, it's completely different. But good, but really, really good. So rather than really fight with it, it is better just to think, okay, it doesn't want to be, that's not happening this morning. It might happen tomorrow, the rose, but not today. Whatever you're working on, guys, I hope it's good. If it's not, it might be better the next day. You're constantly ebbing and flowing, and you just go with it. The one thing you mustn't do is stop. Don't stop. Don't give up. Keep going. Okay, have a lovely, lovely week, everyone, and I will see you, hopefully, with maybe more progress on that great big guy down there. I'm not unhappy. I'm not unhappy that I took a risk. So take a risk. Even on those smalls, you can take a risk. So it doesn't have to be on something big. The boats are still, I'm still tweaking around on those boats a little bit. I keep thinking they're finished, and then I see something else, and but nothing major, nothing too drastic. Have a lovely week, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.